And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And I just want to tell you about a few things that are going on this week and maybe the rest of July and into a little bit of August, so you'll know what's happening. Now, you heard from Andrew and Nikki about what all's happening at the library, and you have a great public library here, folks. Great library. It's a lot of activities going on, and www.clevelandlibrary.org to check out. And also you can sign up there to get an email like I get once a week that tells me everything that's going on at the library. Now, I want you to remember that the market at the mill is going on every Thursday from 3 to 6. And this is in the afternoons from 3 to 6 on Thursdays. And what we do with that is our farmers markets, and there's two. There's one on Peerless Road, and there's one on Urbane Road or Stewart Road out there. And they kind of rotate Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But then sometimes the Thursday morning people then stay in town, and what they haven't sold that morning, they sell that afternoon at the market at the mill, and it's at the old woolen mill. And they have fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. And I think this is peach season right now, so I don't know exactly. Somebody told me peaches were real expensive. But if you love peaches, then that's what you want to do is get you some peaches. So, and Gilliland's out on 64 and they usually have something on Facebook that says when their peaches are in and where they're going to be. So, market at the mill from 3 to 6 at the old woolen mill every Thursday through the growing season. And also they have crafts, and sometimes people have flowers, and it's really nice. Now, this coming Saturday is the last, this coming Friday is the last Jammin' on the Greenway, July 27th, sponsored by the Salvation Army, and that starts at 7 o'clock. I do not have a list of who's going to be there, but it's free. It's free entertainment on the Greenway at 7. Also, August the 2nd begins the Be Smart About Money, which is the Habitat folks are doing that. And that's with a grant from United Way. Be smart about money, and there's on the screen you'll see for more information. There's a number to call, or you can go by the Habitat Restore on Keith Street and find out more about this. I just went today to a luncheon for junior achievement, and that's one of those programs that teaches financial literacy and entrepreneurship in our elementary and middle and high schools in 5 counties: Bradley, Polk, Meigs, McMinn, and Monroe. And so sometimes those lessons take and sometimes they don't. So if you need to know about being smart about your money, this is a good way to do it. It's an 8-week program. It's one night a week for 8 weeks. And so there is a fee to it. I've forgotten what that fee is. $25 participation fee, but they will let you, if you don't have $25 all right at one time, they'll let you make partial payments along the way. Aaron Weatherford from the Chamber was on with us the other day, and he left this with me, which is the Primetime Expo that the Chamber does. I believe he said this was the 6th year for this. This will be at the Bradley Square Mall. My pretty cup is in the way. This will be at the Bradley Square Mall from 10 until 2 this coming Saturday. Not this coming Saturday. Saturday, August the 4th from 10 until 2. And they have a $100 early bird registration, which I think has already passed, but you can call the Chamber, 423-472-6587. I used to have that number memorized, and that is it. But anyway, you can call them, and you can get registered for this expo. That's a lot of fun, folks. I've participated, and then I've also gone out there and enjoyed it. Now, the Tennessee Youth Ballet will be having their registration today from 3 to 7, and you can call them 865-548-8066, and they can tell you what they offer for students in the way of dance. Now, the Ocoee River Jam number 6 is coming up starting Friday the 27th at 6 o'clock, and it ends Sunday the 29th. Sunday is family friendly. I don't know exactly what that means. The rest of it is. But you see on the screen we have the website, and I also found it on Facebook. And so the directions, there's a really neat map on Facebook. It's 599 US 64 in Ocoee. And so there is a map on Facebook that showed me how to get there, showed me some familiar things. Now, there's a family fun day at Tinsley Park at 10 o'clock on the 28th, and the cost is $15 per family. So if you just have one child, I'm sorry, you're still going to pay $15, but if you have 5 kids, you're going to pay $15. They're going to do games, crafts, dancing, singing, face painting, etc. And the website for that is www.outdooradventureprogram.com. And so if you're interested in that, that is something to do on the 28th. Now, the first Friday festival that we've had those once a month around the courthouse square. Now, the problem is the July got rained out. The June got rained out, but we rescheduled. The July got rained out. We were not able to reschedule, but the August is August the 3rd at the courthouse, and it starts at 7. Bad Tattoo will begin the program, and then it'll be followed by the Collins Brothers Band at 8 o'clock. That is free, and that is brought to you by Main Street and sponsored by Vocker. So you might want to be sure you take a lawn chair and go down there and see it. Plenty of food. There'll be food trucks. The Kona Ice will be there, and so you can eat down there, or you could go Cafe Roma or eat somewhere else and then go over and hear the music. Now, on the day that they're having the Chamber Expo at the Bradley Square Mall, which is August the 4th, there will be a superhero Saturday at the mall. So, and I'm sorry, but that graphic is wrong, and that's my fault, Alex. That should say August the 4th. That's a Saturday from 10 to 2. So that you're having superhero, and then you're having the adult expo. So there's plenty to do at the mall on that day. Now, registration is over for the fall football, cheerleading, baseball, and girls softball. But if you didn't get entered, you can call Andy at 728-7035 and see if there's still a space for you. There is a fee for some of these, and but we have football, cheerleading, baseball, and girls softball. So, and Andy was on with us one week and very informative about this. Now, also, we have Family Cornerstones presents the 2nd annual Roll and Read. And this is powered by parents as teachers. Now, this isn't going to happen until August the 25th. But the reason I'm telling you about it right now is because they need sponsors. So if you're interested in sponsoring, there's several different sponsor levels. And you can talk to Chrissy Pugh, and Chrissy's been on with me before, and I'll try to get her on before this event, 559-1112. Or you can go to cpugh, P-U-G-H, at familycornerstones.org. And that is a nonprofit organization, folks, and there's 4 cornerstones to that. My favorite, and that doesn't mean it's the best one, but that's Starfish, where we take preschool, we take birth to kindergarten, and we work at home with the students. And the way this Roll and Read works is there's about a half a mile of the Greenway. Different booths are set up. People are reading stories. You just come out. If you've got a baby in a stroller, or if you've got young ones that walk, whatever, just go this half a mile, and it'll be designated there. It's right at the Church of God headquarters there on Keith Street. And then we make bookmarks. We make our own books. We do whatever. So it's a really great year, a great way to kick off the school year, rolling and reading, and support literacy. And some of you people might be interested in sponsoring. There's different levels of sponsorship. Like I say, you can call Chrissy, and she'll be glad to tell you what those levels of sponsorship are. Now, I've told you all about this wonderful magazine that comes out from the Banner, and it's called Bradley Essential. I wore one out I wore the spring one out. So this is the summer one, and they brought me several to the Red Ribbon. So if anybody wants to stop by the Red Ribbon and get one, I'll have them for you. But they brought me several because I wore the other one out, and the cover fell off, and so I couldn't hold it up and show it to you anymore. But this is Mayor Tom and the big yellow chair, and that's what's on the cover this time. But if you go over into their calendar of events, and they start on, well, they've actually got some July in here, but I'm going to skip over to August 1st, Summer Movie Matinee and Gaming at the Cleveland Bradley Public Library at 2 o'clock, and that is The Little Mermaid, and we talked about that, and The Little Mermaid is a wonderful, wonderful movie. And then the Women's Entrepreneur Roundtable is also August the 1st, and that will meet at 1 o'clock at Cleveland State. And for more information on that, you can call Jenny DeCook at 478-6247. And that is your Small Business Development Center over there, which is great. And then we're moving on to the monthly fly-in, drive-in breakfast sponsored by the Cleveland Squadron of the Civil Air Patrol at 10:30 on Saturday, August the 18th, and then the next one is September 15th, and the next one's October 20th. And I told you I'd like to get some people on from that organization or get Mark Fielder from the airport to come on and talk to us about that. So there's a lot of things that are happening, folks, in the month of August, and that's back to school. And here's something I want you all to remember. You know, we try to talk to our kids about being safe, getting on and off the bus. We talk and we talk. And there will be kids standing out on the side of the road starting around the 4th of August to load buses, and that will be city and county, folks. And so, you know, if you're driving on one of those roads and you see a school bus stopped, you're supposed to stop behind it. And not, or if you're meeting it, you're supposed to stop, because the child may run across the road, and until they get in the habit of what they're supposed to do, getting on and off the bus, and when you get in a habit of what you're supposed to do during loading and unloading hours, then we need to be really, really, really careful and safe about our children getting on and off the school buses. So be sure you are aware of that, folks, and because we certainly don't want any accidents to happen while our children are coming to and going from school. And like I say, it's going to start really soon. I think we've got one more week, maybe 7 days before we start back in. And, you know, I always fuss because when I went to school, which was back with the dinosaurs, we started the Tuesday after Labor Day, and we got out the end of May. But we didn't get all these breaks that the teachers need, I know, and the kids need too. So we start school early. There's a reason for that. We have to get a certain amount of days in each year. So there's a reason we start early. And, you know, depending on what our weather is, we may end early or we may end late, depending on how many days we have to take for weather. And this summer, any indication of what we may have this winter in the way of precipitation will be very interesting. So I just want to remind you all to be safe as you're coming into and from towns when the school buses are out there. It's been a great day in Nancy's neighborhood. I was glad I was able to have Andrew and Nikki both on to talk about what was going on at our library, and that is a wonderful asset for our community, folks. And that is, they're a 501c3. Well, actually, they're not. They're a government agency, but they're still a .org, and they are sponsored partially by your city council and your county commission. So that's your tax dollars at work. So it's your library. And I hope that you all will utilize your library. Go get a library card. They are great to work with. I was teaching a Sunday school class. My mother used to teach a book called The Fourth Wise Man. Had no idea where her book was. So I called the library. I said, "Do you have this?" She said, "Oh, Nancy, we've had it. I don't know where it is." They called me back in 30 minutes and said, "We found it." And so I checked it out and used it for a Sunday school class I taught, and then took it back to the library. So they're really, really good. Your history branch is great to help you with historical things. And you heard about the genealogies that's going to be there. I believe it's August the 12th. So these are great things that are happening at your library. And like I say, that's your tax dollar at work, folks. So you be sure you go and support your library. Get you a library card and participate in some of these activities that they have going on. It's been a great day in Nancy's neighborhood, folks, and I hope you all have a super day and a super weekend coming up, and I'll see you next time. So bye-bye from Nancy's neighborhood.